Okay, we are trying to take apart this tilt column. I don't know if it's going to work or not. But what I'm going to do, what other people have not done, is disconnect all the wiring that's underneath the dash for the turn signals. And this car is quite easy. Just has a lower kick panel. If you can see it in the dark. I disconnected the battery too, so we're kind of low on light here. And this is metal piece with, I think 10s hold this thing on. Yep. So we're going to take that out. And that'll give us access to the bottom of the column. Fix that before it gets worse. Believe that I lost a bolt already. I lost one of those things. No idea where it fell. Damn it. Damn it. I'll probably have one somewhere. If not, I'll go to the junkyard and get one. It's in this car somewhere. It's just so dark you can't find anything. Alright, next step. What are we going to do? Airbag. I don't know how I always catch missing bolts on magnets, but this light had a magnet on it. And there's my bolt. So that's good. This is a T30 to get the airbag off, 4 screws. I won't bore you with it. Bad dark video. But this is where we're working. Steering wheel nut, it's probably the number of the car, maybe. Steering wheel nut is off, it's 21. Just make sure it's marked. Usually they put a little bam and bam from the factory, and you should do that too. Make sure it's lined up correctly. Made a video of this steering wheel puller. You know, you put this thing on, start cranking it. Don't go crazy on this one because it has the clock spring for the airbag underneath it. You don't want to put those screws right through it. Improper alignment of coil assembly may cause damage, unit coil inflation, and blah blah blah. Okay, maybe it's not an Arabic like the people who read on my YouTube channel about Muhammad and Allah. I don't know about that. So that's cool. So now there's a snap ring. Yeah, they really do that. Freaking, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with people. But there's a snap ring right there that you have to get rid of. And then this should just pull right out. Make sure you don't move the internal and the external though. If you move this, see this stays fixed and the yellow part moves, so just make sure that it's the same. Maybe I'll mark it with a marker in case it rotates. Alright, snap ring is off, and I guess it just goes in that little square over there. Cool. See the clock spring, it has like this whole wounded spring in it, and basically when you overturn it, it breaks. I put a piece of tape over it, and I disconnected all the wires underneath the column. There's like 2 different wires that go to the turn signal switch. There's another little pin wire. There's another yellow wire, and of course it has one of those annoying little safety clips in there for the airbag. And over here we got this weird wave washer. I went this way, so I'm just going to mark it with a dot. I even have a marker, which I probably don't. And it goes like that, and then you have that little snap ring over there. And you press the lock plate down. Snap ring's finally out. It's stretched, but that's a good thing. Next time it won't be so hard. It has 2 ring grooves you gotta pass, so that's what makes it extremely difficult. But it should be out now. It took a very long time to get this out. I wonder how much longer the job will take. Then the lock plate wouldn't come out because apparently there's like these little torque screws that hold this metal ring on. So strange. Alright, there's our canceling cam springs. I'll probably break in about a week after doing this because that's just how it rolls. Let's take the turn signal switch off. Bam, 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 bam. Key cylinder. And you can get this job rolling again. This is real fun. Now you got a bunch of little Torx bolts. Oh, you gotta move the wiper too. And this thing has cruise control. I got the little weird wire hanging out of it. Hopefully I didn't break it. I was kind of tweaking it a lot. Okay, that's the bolt for the lock ignition cylinder. That should come right out, which it does. That thing is dry. Clean it all up. Do whatever with it. Now, what are these T30s? I think there's 3 of them, 4 of them. This is all I'm getting on this wiper thing too, which totally sucks. Or else I have to fish some more wires and get that little plastic covering that runs down the column. I'm gonna have to move that. After you get this off, apparently this whole cover will come off. This is what they break when you steal your car. And a lot of these probably have been stolen in the hood or in the ghetto. But we are in the ghetto. This is ghetto garage. Yeah, so we're gonna take all this out. We had a magnet around here somewhere. It's a good time to get yourself a pen magnet. Here we go. This tool mess is starting to bother me that I have going on all around here. But it's not an easy job. I remember a dude at work did this years ago. Work, what's that? And I was like, yo, wanna go tighten the column after work? He was like, oh, I don't know. It's good I never did that, because I would have been there at 10 o'clock at night with no car. I think this is a smarter move doing it 10 years later in my own garage. And if worst comes to worst, it doesn't work out, go to the junkyard and we'll get a column, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. One more. I think this whole wiper switch deal can stay in that little hole over there too, I think. I'm not really consulting anything yet. All these the same size? Yeah, all the same size screws. Yep, there we go. I really don't know how you pass these turn signal wires to this column. It is tight. I don't know how they fished all this shit down. No idea. Now we got this big freaking spring over here, and this cap looks different than the other ones too. And I have it all the way up, and I'm trying to push down on it, but it's under a shitload of tension. I'm gonna need 2 hands. And then we got those pins to take out, and we should start seeing some bolts. I already do see them. Yeah, this has a little more parts than the other ones I've seen, the older models people have videos of. Alright, that stupid spring is out. That thing's a real pain in the ass. Basically put both feet on the floorboard, put the seat you're sitting in all the way up so you get the most leverage, and just push down 2 hands. And it's going to be difficult to get out. Now I think we can, what the hell, pound those, get those pins out with that little tool we have. But where is the other pin? Oh, it's getting blocked by this collar. Yeah, it's underneath here somewhere. Yeah, this thing has more parts than other ones that I've seen. We'll get that out without breaking it, because I already broke some little tabs off those pieces over there. It happens, an old piece of shit. Alright, now you need one of these little pivot pin removal tools. This one almost looks like it's falling out over there. I don't know what that deal is. Never been taken apart in my life. Weighed this thing is at 4,000 miles. 1994 0. Almost the year of the car. And you just put that in there, and I use a 1/2 inch. And tighten it, and it should pull that pin out. Hopefully. This job's a pain in the ass. Hopefully I get it all back together. Hopefully. And that's what it looks like. And then the Allen gets stuck in there. Yeah, it's dark in here. And yes, this pin was falling out. I don't know why. It's pretty weird. And if anyone knows how you get a freaking wiper switch out of this piece of shit, look at it, that one wasn't even on. Psh, junk. Yeah, how do you get the wiper switch out of this piece of shit? Yeah, this thing has this weird metal collar, and it seems to be holding us up, so we took that off. And we're running out of even more room over here now. Yeah. And that's the ignition spring. It's totally different. It's wrapped around that gear. I've never seen that before. That's the later model goober. Now maybe we can get to some of these freaking bolts over here. Yeah, I would say that's gonna fix our thing that snaps over there. Maybe. And then in my dark hole, You just tighten up those things. Some of them you can get an E8 on it, some of them need to use a 1/4 inch. But check this out, this is not going to fix this. See that? Whole shifter ball moves. I think there's a, you take all this shit out, I think there is a bearing, like a bushing that's underneath that. So maybe we'll take one apart in a junkyard one day when it's not 1,000,000 degrees. It has a good bushing or bearing. I'll try to see what's underneath there. And one day replace it. Did I not mention this is a, well, I wouldn't say difficult job, just time consuming. It's another one of those jobs that just go on and on and on and on forever. Everything else on this car, because it's driven by animals, there's a little up and down play on it this way, side to side, not too much. I don't know, it's hard to tell. Probably those spheres are worn. You can get replacement those still for the next day or two before they sell out. Let's go to get all lined back up. That's a weird spring, man. Weird shit. Weird shit. What else? I don't know. A lot of shit. Good luck getting this thing back together. That's all I have to say. Alright, this is the point where I say I give up. I don't think I'm gonna have to go to a junkyard to get a column, because I got this mostly back together. Lining that ignition rack is a real pain in the ass. There's two little pins that this little keyway piece has to go to. Then there's a spring that keeps falling off, which is right there. But I think I got it all together. You gotta push it all together, pull the lever at the same time, and it should work correctly. So you just gotta pound those two pins back in, and then you can start reassembling this whole fangled mess. Pain in the ass job, not easy, and I'm pissed off that it's not gonna fix the fucked up shifter, but it is what it is. I put a little grease around them, then you just gotta pound those two pins in. Sometimes you gotta wiggle this whole assembly around. Make sure your high beam shit's lined up. Now we're gonna put this thing all the way up and then try to put that stupid ass spring back in. This camera is very greasy. Now we gotta put this newfangled piece of shit spring in. Excuse my cursing, this job sucks. Just saying it. How did I get this thing in before? I don't know. Oh, I gotta clear this crap out, put 2 feet on the ground, give it pressure a turn. It's in. Let's say screw this job. Here's one for you. I got this spring in. Well, it's reversed. Usually when you did this, it used to just pop up. Now it pops right to the middle. And here's these fingers, if you can see, they even see that. They don't go at the same time. I don't know if that's wrong or it's right. I don't know. Yeah, there was some funky stuff I think in here too that I want to clean off, but it's not happening. But anyway, we got the spring, right? When I took the spring out, it got a little retainer thing. And that goes in the bottom and the spring goes over that. Oh wow! Didn't know. Totally missed you. That's why it wouldn't go back on correctly. Idiot! So we gotta do that. And that's gonna be one piece of the puzzle, getting this back together. And then you put all that shit in, and now you gotta get some depression. You gotta get some of that depression shit that you see all the time on television. And push the shit down and turn it. We're having fun. That spring is so strong. We got it. See, this one has like a cutout for a Phillips. The other ones are more square. I don't even want to put my fingers in that thing. It'll shoot out. It'll hit you in the head. It'll probably go right through your skull. And then because this genius, whoever designed this thing, is probably retired and moved to Southwest Florida. Oh, I think I see what the plastic was. The plastic was over here in the bottom. What you do is you just keep playing around with this tilt. Sometimes it all works better to put these pieces on when the tilt's up. Sometimes it's better when the tilt's slammed down. So that's that. And remember to put your little cone piece on. That was around the bearing. That was in one pile over there. Or else you're gonna be screwed. And I don't know. Still gotta glue some of those plastics back together. And oh, is this thing over here? Is this thing? Where are you? I don't know, man. Went down here somewhere. No, no. We're excited. Doot 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 doot. Alright, should be working. It's that spring that always falls out. Remember that has to go over there. This thing, rack. What else we got? We got this metal shell that has to go on. Had some plastic shit on it too. Totally forget where it went. And I don't know. Leaving out anything else? I don't know. Plastic doobie goes like that over the metal, I believe. I think. I don't know what the hell this thing's for. Yeah, things are getting a little tweaked and twisted, but you know, it happens. If you didn't want things perfect, you don't take them apart. Or some people do get it perfect when they're taken apart. They're lucky. They're special. I'm not that special yet. Oh, we got the weird little tilt shit has to go back in. A little arm. Oh, some of this plastic has to go back on before we forget. Somebody please give me a better camera. Alright, so all this stuff I broke over here. A couple little, not so bad, little clips, I can fix it. But I believe that goes on like so. That was looking good. Turntable switch. The spring goes underneath there. They got the little torques. I don't know if I think I have to do this. I'm gonna put all this shit on at first, and then I could screw with this, and then put the little plastic donkey piece of poop in. I'm just making up words now. After a while, you do a job like this, you just get bored. I'm already there. I think it goes like this from the slot. What do we got? This shit. So they make everything, it has like a little moon shape. So when you tilt the wheel, tilt the wheel, that's falling out. You can get it all in. Nope, the nighttime elves didn't reassemble this one. I stopped because it was getting late, and I broke some, well, I already knew, I broke some plastic pieces. So I cemented them back together with my ABS cement. And now I need to find the light. And I can go again. Yeah, while Mr. Camera was off. See, this style is actually different than the Impala over there. The Impala has one big piece. This has a couple different pieces. What this split is, Impala doesn't have that. So they put a different cover on it. Oh shit, we're fucked up over here a little bit. Where are we now? Okay, it's the shadows making it look funny. I don't know. Might be okay, maybe not. No, that's okay, right? Because it has a taper to it. It has to go through the tilt. It probably always was like that, I think. Yeah. I don't know. There's a gap over there. It's probably the same. So, I'm not worrying about it. That is that. Now you get your T30s, 1, 2, 3. You can make stuff happen. Do this, keep watching for like pinch wires and stuff. I think this wiper switch is it's sandwiched on something. I can't see what. But I think we're okay. I think. I don't know. Hopefully. You don't know. You know when you put this whole hub piece on, it's gonna have to go with it. You know, this outer ring. I'm making up words. I don't know if that was always like that. I'm okay. I checked the wires in the bottom of the column. Let's pull them. And now we're putting this switch back in. We're leaving the roll canceling cam springs. They'll probably break in about a week. That's just how it goes. That has to be center. And you get those 3 screws that thing goes on. Now I guess you can just pop that into the neutral position. Airbag, think it's probably still pass, hopefully. It's probably not good to let it hang like that. Oh well, I think I care. Nope. So that is that. Yeah, you can tell they put all this shit together, then they painted the column the color. So, now we got, what the heck, the little wiper lever arm thing. And we're making progress, believe it or not. That's all your cruise control wires over there. Make sure all this shit works. GM quality, man. These things are like a butter smooth, like a Mercedes. Quiet. Right? So quiet. Now what do we gotta do? That thing goes last, remember. You gotta put that spring thing, horn button, and something else. Lock plate. Yeah, you gotta depress the lock plate first, then you can put those little shitty screws around the lock plate, 1 and 2. And then you can make it happen. Doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. It's a stupid design. How the freak are you supposed to get Torx through there? Stupid ass clip is on. It has 2 grooves it can go on. It goes on the second one. Let's release this. Don't break the light. Things get a little hectic. Worst video in America. And we're still going with it. We're still going with it. I was curious if I bent this ring. I don't know if I did or I didn't. Might be okay. I swear I had more gap before. If we bent it, we'll get another one. Now what I'm thinking is unlock the column. Try to move the wheel to the passenger side slightly. And that'll be easier getting the screw in. That's just stupid the way they did that. Pretty sure this wave washer went underneath here. And then we can put our airbag shit back in. I also bent this back out, this little metal piece. Hopefully it's not bent. I hope not. If we hear it scratching, we know that's it. I tried prying it like this. So I think it was out about that much. But no, it is not. I don't know why. We bent it. It'll be stupid though. We'll see. Snap ring for the coil. What else we got? Oh man, we forgot the freaking key buzzer. Back apart to put the key buzzer back in the hole. Half hour later, back together. Oh, now we gotta plug in all this shit. Oh, that was a bug that just flew out. No, just a connector. Yeah, plug in all this crap. And I guess put a wheel back on. Of my choice. Airbag of my choice. And do something. This thing cracked? No. There's something wrong with the shifter ball. I'm almost thinking that the shifter ball itself can wear. I don't think there's a bushing in here. It's just plastic. I don't know. Figure that out. Alright, let's go plug all this crap in. It's a real fun job. Alright, I went to the parts bin, found myself a new NOS steering wheel. Well, that wheel looks huge after no wheel for days. I'm almost thinking that the other wheel inside is like 2000 something. I wonder if that's like a number of the car. I doubt it. It's weird they put a number on the steering wheel. This shell isn't bad, but the leather is just totally wrecked on it. The other shell on the 300,000 mile one is a little poopy. The leather's okay. It needs to be recovered. Maybe we will get it recovered, we don't know. But for now, we got new NOS. Got a little movement again, I don't know why. What the fuck? Whatever. It's better than what it was. At least it doesn't do the cha-cha-cha to the side to side. I don't know what that is. I'm almost thinking like one of those pins. It's on this side. That was the pin that was backed out. I don't know. This looks all good. We didn't fix that. Yeah. Hazards on, all their connections on. We're still gonna do that shit underneath the dash, but we'll do that last. We'll clean it all up. Let's see. I guess everything works. Do a test. Wow. Horn works. Blinker. High beam, low beam. No airbag light. A little hard to start because it's sitting forever. Alright. Seems to work. Alright. Turn signals cancel, yep. Yeah, a little more on that side. What else didn't we check? I think that's it. Screw it. This thing smells horrible. I like the tool mess. Tool mess rules. I guess that's it. Hope so. Well, that's if the key buzzer works, right? Yeah, see, if the key buzzer wasn't in, it wouldn't do that. That's cool. Alright.